All right, what's going on, Legion fans? We're back, man.
That's right.
We took a little bit of a break.
Needed a little bit of a breather after, Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
I had to sit down.
I had to step back. I had to reassess my life, I had to get my priorities in order. I had to understand what was going on.
Watch the series
take
again.
Stock. Rewatch the last episode numerous times.
Yeah.
Get more upset about the fact that it didn't end by being called Captain America and the White Wolf.
Hey, did you hear, though, that they came out and they said
did.
originally it was going to be?
I know.
So
I know.
You're right on, man. You're right on.
I do believe
the next season
is about the setup for it. I think what I heard was a really good explanation. They didn't want to take away from the transformation for Falcon into Captain America.
Yeah, and
they didn't want to draw
sense.
anything away from that. And that is exactly right. That is the right call, and I'm glad they made that call. It makes sense because if you make too much change in a title, then you're going to lose track of the gravity of the change in Falcon to Captain America and Sam taking on the Shield. So I think it was a right
100%.
move.
Yeah, even though we will see our White Wolf eventually.
I can't wait to see the White Wolf.
Oh, man. All right, but we're not here to talk about
Not that!
Marvel knocking it out of the park.
That's right.
We're here to talk about Star Wars, hopefully, I'm pretty confident, going to knock it out of the park with their newest season.
The fact of the matter is,
it's going to be so good.
I have full confidence in this.
I do too,
I have
man.
very little doubt in just
Dave
everything
Filoni's
they've done
back.
with Dave Filoni being involved on this project from the very beginning, his work on Clone Wars, and now transitioning into this. No doubt that this is going to be knocked out of the park. I'm more confident in this than I am in Marvel movies, which says a lot.
So we got a special week this week. I know this episode's coming out a little later than normal, but we've got 3 episodes coming out this week.
That's right. We are preparing a lot for you guys this week, and we're excited for it because we have one today, this episode, which is our introduction to our new podcast.
Yeah, The Bad Podcast.
The Bad Podcast.
But it's not bad. It's going to be really good.
What?
So keep listening.
I
don't want them to stop listening because it's
it's going to be bad.
Bad like good bad.
Like Michael Jackson bad.
Yeah, man. That's right. Yeah, because we're going over the Bad Batch, man.
That's right.
And they got 2 episodes this week. They're coming out on May the 4th as a premiere.
Got to come out on May the 4th.
You got to do that.
Yeah.
And then they're coming out on their regularly scheduled Friday episode, and it's going to be every Friday after that.
That's
at least for this month. I don't remember how many episodes it is exactly, but we got quite a few to talk about, and 2 this week. So we're going to have 1 coming out. This podcast we're recording right now, which is kind of an intro to the series. So if you haven't watched the series yet, take a listen to this because we're going to talk about
We're gonna dive
everything
in.
about it.
I'm excited.
And then our next one will come out on Thursday, and that one will be about the premiere episode on that comes out Tuesday. So once you watch it on Tuesday, come back in a couple of days, and we'll have a podcast for you to react about that first episode.
Get ready.
Yeah, man, and it's so good. Oh, man.
Tune in to hear everything going on. And listen.
Yeah.
I'm
listening.
I'm gonna of course, if you're listening, you're listening.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna toot our own horn a little bit here.
Do it.
We have been on these predictions on episodes, so if you want spoilers before the spoilers even know they are spoilers, you better listen here first.
Yeah, that's true. We're gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen, and we're gonna make our best guesses about the series and where it's gonna go, and we've been pretty solid. Though this one's a little bit different, because we're coming at it at a little bit of a different amount of background, because you and I'm relatively new to Clone Wars, though the mythos of it.
Yeah.
Though I've made it through more of the series than you have.
You have consumed it.
Oh, I couldn't stop. Man.
Right.
I couldn't stop. It's so good. I mean,
I get it.
Dave
100%.
Filoni, his storytelling is so great. He takes a lot of inspiration from anime and the stylized action scenes and things like that, and how he frames shots and his storytelling is just on point, man.
Yeah.
So I ate it up.
Yeah, and I have, number one, nothing against and nothing but the utmost respect for Clone Wars.
Yeah.
However, I have a very different approach. I was like, yes, Clone Wars, Duke, my son, he's old enough. We're going to dig in.
You'll watch it.
He didn't want to.
Yeah. Oh.
we got 3 episodes in, and my man checked out.
Well, you know what? It's actually.
I mean, he is. I mean,
he's still pretty little.
He's 4.
Yeah, so
he's 4.
I would say that
we're a little early on it. But I know I'm going to get him roped in.
The later seasons, man.
I know
They get nuts.
I know. I
like,
can't
they
wait
get,
to actually
well,
watch
no,
all the
but
way
I mean
through.
like for a 4-year-old.
Yeah. Oh well, then
They
maybe
get
that's
kind of nuts. So it's probably
maybe
a good
it was
thing.
good.
It
Maybe this was
started out-
provision.
Yeah.
You know, to make sure that
Yeah,
I wasn't doing something crazy
gets
and having to have to
pretty-
slide my hand over the
Oh,
eyes.
you would have, man.
Oh
the,
yeah.
the Darth Maul arc gets nasty.
Well, it's Darth Maul.
Well, yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
I was surprised for a Cartoon Network TV show. I was surprised what they went for.
Well, good.
So it was.
I'm
it was
excited
real good.
to watch
Great
it, but
story,
we're just.
though.
I'm coming in.
Right. You're
a
fresh.
little bit fresh.
Yeah.
Behind.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
excited
right.
for that because I think what it's going to do is it's going to give you and I some different perspectives and a lot
Yeah.
more to talk about with
Yeah,
this.
for sure.
Because I'm going to probably ask some questions that some of our viewers who maybe have not watched Clone Wars.
Right.
Because it's long.
It's
There's
it's a lot of episodes.
There's a lot of episodes to it. So if you haven't watched Clone Wars,
Go
I'm
watch
hoping,
it. It's good. Yeah.
watch
it's
it.
great.
But I'm hoping, and we know you can watch The Bad Batch, and you can
Yeah.
listen here, and you can get caught up on some of the questions that I'm going to be asking Greg, because he's going to give us some more clarity around having seen Clone Wars and some of that background that goes along with it. So I'm excited for this. I'm going to ask you a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and I will say that for those of you thinking, man, I don't know if I want to watch Bad Batch because I haven't seen Clone Wars. Clone Wars is a big commitment.
Don't wait.
Yeah, you don't really have to. Bad Batch, the characters of Bad Batch really don't come into Clone Wars until the final season. They're only in it for a couple of episodes, and it sets a nice little kind of groundwork, framework for it. But really, if you don't mind a little bit of spoileriness for Clone Wars, even though there's not a huge amount that can be because we know what happens between the prequels and the original, they do have a featurette.
If you've watched Star Wars, if you've
you
watched
know the basics.
If you've watched episodes 1, 2, and 3, you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what's happening here.
Yeah.
Like you get the general direction that things are going.
Well, but they did release a featurette on Disney Plus that kind of gets you caught up on who
Oh,
the
nice.
Bad Batch
Great.
is. So go watch that. It's super short.
That'll
and-
get you there quick.
Yeah, it'll get you there quick, and it'll be fun to watch. So don't think that, oh, man, I haven't watched Clone Wars. I can't watch Bad Batch until I watch Clone Wars,
Right.
which is actually what I thought, and so I was like, I got to watch it all. But then the more I read about it, and after watching Clone Wars, it's like, I don't
So
really
let's
need
talk
to.
about that a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
because there are things we know
Yes.
about Bad Batch that give us that sense that we're not going to have a lot of crossover just due to timing.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
straight timing
Yeah,
and
when
the
it takes
setting of
place
when it
and-
takes place.
Yeah.
So-
let's jump into a little bit of
Right.
of the background in it, the characters that are involved in it, what we
The
know.
prep.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
All right, so Bad Batch is a group called Clone Force 99. They were created towards the end of the Clone Wars in order to better combat the Separatists by creating genetically altered clones who were specialized in different things. And so we've got 5 main people in Bad Batch.
So these are all, just to clarify,
yeah,
these
yeah.
are all Django.
Yeah,
but
they're all Django clones.
souped up.
Yeah, they're like Django got the super soldier serum
There
for
you
a
go.
specific property of his personality.
Great.
Right? So we've got
I can see, like there's no bad that can come of that, right?
well,
Like, I mean, no premise that this could be, set up for failure in any way whatsoever.
well.
Work against the people who are manipulating, these type of genes or properties and stuff like that.
and there's something
That's only gone well, ever.
Well, there's something. So there's obviously a failsafe with that Kamino has put on all the clones, which we'll talk about in a minute. But so I don't think they thought it would be out of control. Well, they did. It didn't really. We'll see. Well, we don't know.
Because the Empire's
don't know
plans
yet.
are so
They
well
always
laid.
work.
They always
well,
work.
you know what? Younger Palpatine did better than older. Anyway, he
That's
relied
true.
less
That's
on
true.
Force lightning.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got
Last resort
5
instead of a first trigger.
5 people. We got Hunter, Wrecker, Tech, Crosshair, and Echo. So Hunter
Well,
is
first off, these are just phenomenal names.
Yo,
Like, let's just
they're
be
great.
real. They're
Yeah,
great names.
and you know what they remind me of? Actually, they remind me of like Transformers.
Yeah.
Like because their name talks about kind of what they do.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I was gonna say like the
Like,
names are
Hunter,
giving
I bet you
away.
Hunter
The
hunts.
dude's name is Wrecker.
Yeah.
What do you? He's obviously the tech guy.
He's super.
He's
gentle.
clearly
He has no muscle mass.
He's the guy who just works behind the scenes.
Yeah, right. No, so Hunter's genetic abnormality is stealth. Wrecker is brute strength. Tech is specialty ops. Crosshair is sharpshooting, and Echo is hacking.
Crosshair sharpshooting. Amazing.
No way.
Oh.
Well, so they create this Clone Force 99, and Clone Force 99 helps out in the tail end of the Clone Wars. and then Order 66 happens, right?
Right.
But all we really see in the Clone Wars series is them go on some missions, and we get introduced to who they are, but we don't really see what happens to them during Order 66, and we don't really see what happens to them at the end of Clone Wars, and obviously none of the other movies have talked about it.
That's a big question that needs to be answered here because of the
Order
way that
66.
they're setting up for this.
Wow. Tell us what's Order 66.
So Order 66 is the failsafe that was built in for Emperor Palpatine to be able to execute the Jedi at the exact moment in the battle between the Separatists and the Republic at the time, so that at that moment the Emperor, or at the time,
he was a chancellor at that point.
High Chancellor Palpatine could shift from a republic into an empire.
Right.
And I mean, the moment this happens is also the moment that he in Episode 3, which is one of the amazing moments where he is restructuring the Republic into an empire, and so democracy dies to thunderous applause. And that's what
so cool.
That's what Senator Amidala, her great line, Natalie Portman playing it, that she delivers and makes it clear that like this is horrible, and people are completely behind it, and this is the arc that you see many emperors or those that consolidate power take to be able to not only consolidate it more, but to then move it forward further. Now the only thing he has to do is eliminate the only opposition who could actually stand a chance against him, which is the Jedi Order. So he knew this the whole time and built this command into their genetic makeup so that they could execute and without any hesitancy, without any restraint, kill the Jedi and turn the war at that moment.
So it's a mind control thing. Like, so the clones were very unique in that the Republic and the Jedi wanted them to have somewhat of free will. Wanted them to be able to make choices in battle.
Because otherwise they'd be droids.
They'd just be droids,
Right, why if they don't have the ability to make decisions in battle,
then they're no different
then you might as well have droids.
They're no different than the clankers, right?
Exactly.
So they put this in there, though, to change them effectively into droids for that moment, when they kill the Jedi, and it switches on for them. So, and now we're going to say some spoilers to the Clone Wars series, so if you really want to watch Clone Wars, maybe turn off this a little bit here. But
give us a 2 to 3 minute gap here.
So in Clone Wars, we find out about this abnormality in their minds, this fail-safe, because a clone that we follow throughout the series named Fives, one of his friends, the failsafe goes off prematurely, and he kills a Jedi. And so he's like, he can't control himself. It keeps going on and off. It keeps like switching on, switching off, switching on, switching off. And they can't figure out what's wrong with him. And they bring him back to Kamino, and they remove what they call a tumor from his mind. And Fives gets a hold of it and finds out what it is. And he lets...
Not a tumor.
Right, not a tumor, exactly. It's a switch put in. So he lets people know, and that information gets disseminated to lots of people, including the Bad Batch. And so the Bad Batch obviously is not participating if you guys have seen the trailers. They're not participating.
Make sure you watch the trailer.
Yeah, it's super good.
Make sure you watch the trailer, because this is incredibly important for the whole storyline here.
About
who the Bad Batch are, and essentially why we start to see them in the beginning of the trailer working for the Empire, but knowing full well that they're about to turn against them.
Yeah, we see them in the trailer shoot a whole lot of stormtroopers or clone troopers. Where they're kind of in transition at this point of which ones they are. They use clones for a while. Where there's thoughts that maybe this series will touch on when they left using clones and started using just regular people, or like the infants they would capture and raise and train as soldiers. So we're not really 100% sure, but it's pretty obvious that Bad Batch does not want anything to do with Order 66 or the Empire, because at this point Admiral Tarkin comes in and he issues a kill order on Clone Troop 99. And so we know they're against the Empire. We know they're trying to fight against what the Emperor has done to the clone. I'm assuming the Clone Wars series was all about brotherhood, and the clones were the main characters, even though the Jedi are big. The clones are really the driving force for the series, and so I'm assuming it has to do with like their brothers being made to do things they don't want to do, or made to do things that are wrong, and having to fight against that. But we're not 100% sure exactly what's going on, and the series takes place right after the prequels, right after Order 66, and up until sometime before the original trilogy. We're not sure exactly who all's going to come back.
Yeah.
We have a few. We know Tarkin's back. We saw in the trailer a few people. Saw Gerrera's back.
Yep. Young Saw Gerrera.
Yeah, he's in Clone Wars with no scars, and then in Bad Batch we see him show up,
starting to get
scarred up and get older. So that's pretty cool. And then Ming-Na Wen actually comes in with Fennec. So Fennec Shan comes in. I don't really know how she's going to fit in.
They're really pushing Fennec.
Cool. Yeah, it's cool.
And I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm
excited
for Fennec, but
I guess
to see the animated version come in here,
cool.
with Ming-Na Wen voicing. I think it's great, but we have no idea where they're going with this.
No.
Now, what I
idea.
think here personally, I think is going to be a major premise is the challenge around the Order 66.
Right.
So my thing in thinking around this, you talked about there's a couple of different, and we were talking a little bit ahead of time. Some different theories around why either they did follow it,
right,
and majorly regret it, and because now the switch is useless. So now, we're not doing Order 66. There's no Jedi left for them to kill.
Right.
Well, there are, but there are from their perspective, they aren't.
Right, they're dead.
So it doesn't matter anymore. So that's one theory. Another theory is they weren't tagged along with anybody who, in that moment, would have needed to be killed. There were no Jedi with them, and
they were kept away from important targets.
They could have been kept away because they don't know what could happen with them.
Yeah, maybe.
It could be also what you had said was a mutation because of the fact that they were altered genetically. It could be a mutation that they were able to overcome. Order 66. We're able to override it, not follow it. And maybe a Jedi gets away that we don't know about, or that we do know about.
Ahsoka!
Right. We have an opportunity here where we get a closed out storyline of this is how this person got away.
Yeah.
Or
Grogu,
which is my favorite. This is my favorite one.
Yeah.
They were so BA.
Yeah.
As soon as they heard that something was in their mind that would control them, they removed that out of their head. They took that right out.
Yeah.
And then didn't have it as an issue. They removed it themselves surgically.
Yeah.
I like that one the best.
Tech could probably do that. So Tech could probably do that. And they'd have to at least remove Echoes, or something would have had to happen to Echo, because again, spoiler for Clone Wars, you think he's dead. Echo's supposed to be dead, and he's not. And he comes back partially robotic. And so he'd at least have the failsafe in, because he was not a specifically genetically altered clone like the rest of them.
Okay.
So he would at least have one in there. But
so he's getting altered through the tech as opposed to
any
sort of mutation or genetic manipulation.
He wasn't created to be a Bad Batch.
Gotcha.
Right. He's a little unique. So, so I don't know. So, I could see Tech going in and surgically removing him.
I think that is going to be central to this whole storyline.
Of how they get out of it.
How they get out of it, and then their struggle with, like you just said, their brothers having executed on it, and working back for now what is an empire when they know it is wrong, what they have done, what their brothers have done to get to this place, and realizing they need to fight against it.
Yeah.
And so I think that is going to be central to this. Yeah. But the other thing that we just have no idea about.
Well, we got a little bit. I think I know what you're going to talk about.
Is the
kid, right?
The kid,
right. So the kid. So they released the kid's name on a character poster. Her name is Omega, which means the end.
Right.
Right. Which is kind of ominous. She's also, as far as I know, she's also the only confirmed female clone. Which is weird.
Interesting.
Because it has been confirmed that she is a Jango clone.
She's a Jango clone?
Or, well, at least that she's a clone from Kamino during this time. And that's
all they were, that's what they were pouring out at that time.
She's got kind of the facial structure of the clone, when you think of Boba as a kid.
Yeah, but she kind of looks like a princess. She's got
she's got the weird diamond we're not really sure, but it has been confirmed she's a clone. And she's a female clone.
Okay.
We don't. It's weird. She's also got she uses that purple energy bow kind of a thing in one of the shots in the trailers, and I've heard rumblings on the internet that that looks kind of like a Night Sisters weapon, and the Night Sisters are the witches that create like Darth Maul and his brother. So like maybe she's got some connection to the Night Sisters, or maybe she gets a weapon from them, or who knows? I don't really know.
Gets trained by them.
Yeah, I don't know, but she's so little, and it seems like they meet her on
Man,
Kamino.
they are dropping some little kids on us. We got Grogu.
Grogu.
We got
and now we've got Omega.
Omega now.
Yeah,
like
okay
storylines
cool.
around little children is seemingly the way that they're going right now.
Yeah, and it seems like she joins up with Bad Batch, and and she knows them all. That's the weirdest thing.
You know what's interesting?
She lists them all. She's like, "You're Echo, and you're."
She's like a fan.
She knows everybody.
She's a fan of them.
Right, but if she was kept on Kamino, like, I don't know. It's just weird. I'm really interested to see how they pull her into the story and what she has anything to do with, and why she's named Omega.
I'm going to be
the
interested.
Last clone that was ever made.
Oh, that's a good.
So maybe she's the final genetic code of Jango left.
Right.
Besides Boba.
Here's the thing. I'm sure they'll do something great with it.
Sure.
But I'm actually like not that interested in it because it draws. Well, for me, I'm afraid that they could go with a played out storyline here of like an Ahsoka type situation, like where Clone Wars, Ahsoka is a main part, her training is a main focus of the storyline.
Train Omega.
Like I really don't want to see that played out again.
I don't know. I don't think so. What I would be more concerned with is the played out storyline of Grogu, where they're just protecting her the whole time.
Right, that's true too.
But she seems like she can hold her own already.
Yeah, but
she's
so
got
could
a
Grogu.
bow. Well, yeah. Well, not really. Not to like the end of the second season. He just kind of, I guess with the Rhino thing, but
what are you talking about? That dude was straight up taking people out.
Yeah, but he didn't know what he was doing. Like
I don't know.
Anyway,
it's Grogu. How do you know what he was or did not know?
What if Grogu shows up?
That'd be pretty sick.
At the end, because at the end he'd probably be like.
Well, Ming-Na Wen gives us the Fennec being in both, gives us that crossover. There's the potential.
Yeah, there is, right. So what other like Mandalorian characters? We could see Obi-Wan in this. We could see Yoda in this. There's a bunch of characters.
Yeah,
Ahsoka,
but time frame wise doesn't add up.
Why not? This is before the original trilogy.
Sure.
So Yoda's on Dagobah, and Obi-Wan's trying to take care of Luke.
Yeah, but
he's got Leia. He's dropped the Leia off at Alderaan.
Yeah, but Mando takes place after 6.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying Mando would be in there, but I'm just saying. Are you saying why?
Wait, I'm wondering.
Well, Grogu would just be really little. He'd be like a
really little. I mean,
he'd be like 10.
Yeah. Okay.
He'd be like 10.
Okay.
That's not that bad.
We're really reaching here on a. Grogu
Oh yeah, I don't think Grogu's gonna be there, but
we've got a real reach on a Grogu appearance.
Well, maybe like the very end, they're like, and there's a little baby. We're like, oh yeah, it's Grogu.
He's just like walking in the background.
And he chokes somebody.
And he chokes somebody out, and we're like, oh no.
I'm like, oh, we better start training him the right way.
Yeah.
No. Grogu was in the Jedi Temple. Remember?
Yes.
When Order 66 happened.
Oh, you're right.
So Grogu's already been trained by some masters at that point.
So, and we could see how Grogu disappears. That could be true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, maybe the Bad Batch saves him.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Maybe they rescue him.
Ooh.
I don't know, but we got so many different connections.
There's a lot to
through.
play out here, and so one of the things that I do know about Clone Wars that I am excited that it won't happen with this case.
Okay.
Clone Wars, I know, was a bit haphazard. In watching it, there were people who would like die in an episode and then be back like the next episode because it wasn't like straight through. Storylines weren't as clear
Some of them
necessarily.
Were a little jumping in time.
Yeah. Bad Batch, now you get the real perspective of like it's just going to tie a lot of pieces together between both what is live action and animated here, because if we've got Fennec coming in, that means everybody's fair game here from Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And so we could be pulling a lot of different people into this.
Yeah.
And I mean, we could even be pulling in some people from Rogue One that we may get to see, because Saw Gerrera is here. There's a
Cassian Andor. I mean, his series is coming out on Disney Plus.
That's right. They could be setting up for that too.
They could also help set up the Obi-Wan series, which they're going to start filming soon. Ewan McGregor's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, we could see some more Obi-Wan. I mean, in animated and then jumping into
the live action.
Yeah,
he's great. He was so great in Clone Wars, and like I loved animated Obi-Wan.
Well, yeah,
so
and
good.
I mean, I'll be the first to admit, and this is gonna tick some people off.
Do it.
I was
Tick them
not
off.
just from live action, just from the movies. I wasn't a huge fan. Like I wasn't like blown away by Obi-Wan.
How dare you?
I know.
How dare you?
I know. Hear me out.
How dare you?
Hear me out.
All right, fine.
Hear me out.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare I, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm saying this. I'm saying this. In the movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, he was, I mean, it was a part of the storyline. He was constantly being saved by Anakin.
Yeah. You are my brother!
Right, like, and I love it. 3 memorializes Obi-Wan
nobody
as,
was
like,
good in 2.
Nobody was good in 2.
Nobody was good in 2.
But this is my point, is like, so we got a great Obi-Wan in 3.
Yeah.
We have amazing Obi-Wan in 4.
In 1, he was great. He cut Darth Maul in half.
That's true, but
cut him in half.
I hear you.
He saved Qui-Gon. Well, he didn't save Qui-Gon.
No, he did not.
He
avenged that is the
Qui-Gon.
problem.
Well, the laser wall was in front of him. What do you want to do?
I want
him
to go
through
that it. I want him to go
and he
through
would die.
Show me how powerful he is. Go through it.
He did. He cut Darth Maul. Now, it took him a long time to kill Darth Maul.
Exactly.
He eventually killed him.
But listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
He fights him a lot.
You are now making my point.
No, he was
You are now making my point. If you just watch the live actions, you're not as impressed by Obi-Wan. I'm not saying you're not impressed by him. I'm saying you're not as impressed.
Okay.
When you watch Clone Wars, from my understanding, he is
he's great
amazing in Clone Wars.
Well, everybody is, though. That's the thing.
He comes full... Well, yeah, I mean, Anakin gets fleshed out so much more.
I hated Anakin in the prequels, except for 3... Even though, you know what?
I'll say another controversial thing in saying that I don't like Hayden Christensen coming back. And the reason I don't like Hayden Christensen coming back is because it's Hayden Christensen, people. Come on. He has done nothing else. He did a movie where he literally played a guy who was asleep on an operating table, and he talked about how he felt everything in his mind, but he was asleep. This is the quality of
That's not his fault. That's the director's fault.
He did a movie with the greatest actor of all time, Nicolas Cage. And he had to put Nick Cage had to put the movie on his back because Hayden Christensen couldn't carry the film.
No, see, no, Nick Cage.
It always comes back to Nick Cage.
Yes, and the fact that he is not a guarantee of a good movie. Hayden Christensen.
My point, though, is Hayden Christensen's not a great actor.
No, he's not. But I think if given,
you could have put anybody in the suit. You could have put anybody in it.
Oh, sure, but I think if given good direction, he could be good.
Maybe. And here's the thing: the reality is, he can be in a suit, and he doesn't have to actually be that good of an actor. There's no facial expression.
Sure,
he's just Darth Vader.
But what I think is going to happen is I think there's going to be some flashbacks involved. Like, I don't think they're going to have Hayden Christensen just in the suit, or maybe they'll have somebody else.
Let's bring back. Let's bring back.
Well, speaking of, Anakin might be in Bad Batch.
True.
As
Vader.
This
is my point. This is my point. Is Clone Wars and Bad Batch? I hope are. I know Clone Wars fleshes out some of our beloved characters so much more.
Yeah.
So if you really, loved Obi-Wan, watch Clone Wars, you're going to love him even more.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, 100%.
And if we get the opportunity to see him in Bad Batch, because we know he's alive after Order 66,
right.
then that's probably going to make it even better.
Yeah.
And same with Darth Vader.
And if you hated Anakin in the prequels,
everyone did,
and you watch Clone Wars,
so everyone,
you will grow to love Anakin as a character. The Clone Wars Anakin is one. I'm going to say is one of my favorite Star Wars characters.
Yeah,
because Anakin should be.
Oh,
Anakin is the crux. He is everything, and man, Dave Filoni, like seriously, he's my hero when it comes to Star Wars stuff.
Yeah,
like they should never do a Star Wars project without consulting this man. He created something great out of this, man.
Let him mark it.
Yeah, and he is. And I mean, they had him. He was a big consultant on The Mandalorian.
Him and Jon Favreau. Just give it to him. Give him the keys.
And now Bad Batch, man. And so it's gonna be great. We can't wait.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I cannot wait. But I am especially excited for the opportunity for crossover between live action and animated. It's just gonna be. It's really. I'm interested to see it all.
Yeah, because they will. That's so weird. That's weird, but it's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really great. So go watch it. May the 4th. If you haven't watched it already, if this is you're listening to this before you've seen it, go watch it.
Watch it and then come back here
and listen to it again.
Listen to us.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it again. And you can listen to us again. Just because listening twice is great.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to the Legion of Comic Correction. Don't forget to check out our other episodes streaming everywhere you listen to podcasts. We're also on the major social platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search Legion of Comic Correction.
That's right. And make sure to check out our Patreon for exclusive supporter specials at patreon.com/Legion of CC. New episodes come out every Monday.
And Wednesdays.
No, just Mondays.
And Wednesdays?
I don't think we can do Wednesdays.
We can do Wednesdays.
All right, Mondays and Wednesdays. We'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place, same Legion.